Welcome back YouTube. In our last video we discussed how to make functions, arguments, and how to make a function do a specific task. However, in this video we are going to do something entirely different. We are going to discuss about loops. Loops is the process of repeating the same task a number of times. For example, if we try to print the text hello world 5 times, this is what we will do. Print hello world, and then you select all the code, copy and paste 5 times. Now if we run this, we actually get hello world printed 5 times. However, this might take up a lot of space if you try to print this text say 100 times, and it's a very time consuming task as well. So there is another easier way to do this. We type count is equal to 0. So we assign 0 to count, and then we type while count is lesser than 6, print hello world. And what this does is, while count is lesser than 6, it prints hello world. So if we run it, this keeps on printing hello world. Now this is because we did something wrong here. We didn't keep on increasing this value throughout the loop. So we always have to do this when we're doing a loop. Count is equal to count plus 1. So each time this while loop runs, these lines of code gets repeated or iterated. So this will print hello world and add 1 to this variable, and the next time it runs, it will again add 1 and print hello world. So let's run it, and as you can see, it printed hello world 6 times. So we can do more complex tasks with these, such as we can count is equal to count plus 2. Now what this will do is that it'll put 2 every time this program gets iterated. So let's type in print count, and this will print count each time it gets repeated. So let's run it, and we get 0, 2 and 4. So the first time the variable was 0 and it printed 0 and added 2 and started the program again with the variable count as 2. Next it printed 2 and then it added another 2, which made it 4. So this is while loops, and there is another type of loops that we use especially with arrays. It is called for loop. So let's make an array called my array is equal to, let's say, some fruits, apple, banana and watermelon, and then we type in for fruit in my array, print fruit. Now what this will do is that it will go through all of the elements in this array and print fruit. Each time this is repeated, they will assign fruit to the next element in the array. This value fruit, it can be anything you want. For example, if there were names here, you could name this name or X or anything, and then it will print this value because we have put this line of code. So let's run it, and it printed apple, banana and watermelon. and after this array is done, it exited the loop. So we can do many more complex tasks with this, such as, for example, print my array, and we can also print fruit plus is the best. So let's run it, and it prints out apple because it's the first element in the array, and then apple is the best because we printed that, and then the whole array, and then banana, and then banana is the best, and then the whole list, and then watermelon, watermelon is the best, and the whole list again. So that was 4 loops. There is actually one more type of loop, and we call it a nested loop, and it is done by putting a loop within a loop. For example, let's assign my array to this, and then count is equal to 1, and then let's print, no wait, let's put on while count is lesser than 6, and inside we'll put a for loop fruit in my array print fruit. So this will repeat this 6 times. So, and this loop, for loop, will print the next fruit in the array. And so let's put inside this while loop count is equal to count plus 1. See, what this did is this printed the whole list of my array 5 times. See, there's 1, and there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are very useful. So these are very useful if you want to create stuff in Python, and we will create a small program now. So let's type in while true print Python is Python awesome, and over here yes, no, and in the next line answer is equal to string input enter answer. And if answer is equal to yes, then we will break, and else print wrong answer. So what this does is that it repeats this code forever because we have put in while true. So every time it returns true, it will repeat this code, but we haven't assigned true, so it will keep on repeating. And if you type in and they ask a question, is Python awesome, and then they prompt us for our answer, and then if you type in yes, this will break the loop. Break means end the loop, and otherwise it'll keep on printing wrong answer. So let's run it. So they ask, is Python awesome, yes or no? And if we type in yes, it breaks the loop. Now we can run it again to test the other answer. No. Then they ask us again, so we can type in again yes, and then it's done. But if you keep on typing in no, they will always keep on repeating as much as possible. So that was it for this video, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And if you have a problem with my teaching, please leave in the comments, and I'll see you next time. See ya.